Today we are going to discuss few reactions. The first reaction is reaction of alkyl halide with metal, or you can say reaction of haloalkane with metal. Now, if haloalkanes reacts with metal and metal inserts into compound, means we will get organic compound with metal, and that compound is called organometallic compound. Again, what is organometallic compound? Organic compound that has metal in it, that are called organometallic compound. Again, organic compound that has metal in it, that are called organometallic compound. Look here, the first reaction is given to you. CH3CH2Br means it is bromoethane. Two carbons are there, so it is ethane, and one bromine is here. So bromoethane. When it reacts with magnesium, Mg, it will give CH3CH2MgBr. Means magnesium is inserting into our compound. Magnesium is bonded here between carbon and bromine. You can see CH3CH2MgBr is there now. And this reaction occurs in dry ether. Why dry ether is used? Because Grignard reagent is very reactive. In atmosphere, in presence of moisture, it can burst. That's why dry ether is used. Dry ether is very important here, so do not forget it. Dry ether, why it is used? Because Grignard reagent is very reactive. If it comes in contact of moisture without any facility of security, then it will burst, it will explode. That's why it is very important to use dry ether here. Now, how magnesium is bonded in this structure? So, here magnesium is having +2 charge, CH3 minus and Br minus is there. So, magnesium is bonded between alkyl group, CH3 methyl group, and halogen group. It is between them. Now, what is the use of this organometallic compound? And this organometallic compound which have magnesium in it, that are called Grignard reagent. Again, Grignard reagent is very important. It will come in further chapters also. So Grignard reagent is very important. Now, what is the use of that Grignard reagent? Suppose we have this Grignard reagent, CH3CH2MgBr, that we derived in upper reaction. CH3CH2MgBr. When it reacts with water in a particular condition, it can give ethane. You can see here the whole part MgBr is removed here, and this will break into ions H plus and OH minus. Now this H plus will come with ethyl group. So it is CH3CH2 as such, and hydrogen is bonded with it. So it is CH3CH3 now, ethane. And OH minus will go with MgBr. So it is MgOHBr now. Okay, so this is the reaction. In this way you can prepare alkanes, simple alkanes from alkyl halide. Take another example here. Suppose question is like this: how to convert 2-bromobutane into butane? Now here you can see 2-bromobutane, that means alkyl halide is there. We want to convert that alkyl halide into simple alkane, butane. So what we'll do? First structure draw the structure. Butane is there, so 4 carbons are here. In that 2 number is having bromine on it. 2 number carbon is having bromine on it. So this is first number, second number, it is having bromine on it. So CH3, CH, Br, CH2, CH3. It is our 2-bromobutane. When it reacts with magnesium in dry ether, what will happen here? Magnesium will enter in compound in such way that it comes between carbon and halogen. So here you can see magnesium is there between this carbon and halogen. Now, if this Grignard reagent reacts with H2O, what will happen here? This MgBr will be removed. You can see here MgBr. This will break into 2 ions, H plus, OH minus. This H plus will go with alkyl group, so CH3CH. Instead of this MgBr, H will come here. And OH minus ion will go with MgBr, so MgOHBr is there. Okay, so in this way you can convert any alkyl halide into simple alkane. Now the second reaction is Wurtz reaction. This reaction you have learned in 11th standard also. Just revise it. In Wurtz reaction, what will happen here? The reaction is similar to first one. Reaction is for converting alkyl halide into alkane, similar to first one. But here we can observe increase in number of carbon. In first reaction, the number of carbon remains as such. If we take starting material, you can see starting material is bromobutane here. So 4 carbons were there. In product we'll get butane, means 4 carbons are there also. But here in Wurtz reaction, increase in carbon will be there. Let's take an example. Suppose we have CH3Br, means bromomethane. When it reacts with another molecule of bromomethane, CH3Br, in presence of sodium and dry ether. Dry ether is again useful here because sodium is very reactive element. It will explode in presence of moisture. So sodium is dry ether is very important here. What will happen? Just remove 2 halogens from the starting material. Remove this 2Br and connect this to CH3CH3. So product will be CH3CH3, means ethane, plus 2 halogens will connect with sodium. So 2 NaBr will be removed as byproduct. So this is Wurtz reaction. Take another example. Suppose question is there that how will you convert bromomethane into propane? Bromomethane into propane. So first draw the structure of bromomethane. It is CH3Br. Now draw the structure of propane here. You can see propane is here, CH3CH2Br. Now in starting material you have 1 carbon and in product you have 3 carbons. So second starting material must have 2 carbons here. Again, our first starting material is having 1 carbon on it, bromomethane. And our product, propane, it is having 3 carbons. So we'll take second starting material in such way that it will have 2 carbons on it. So here I have taken 2 carbon and attach 1 halogen with it. So as halogen I have taken bromine here. So CH3Br plus second starting material is CH3CH2Br. When it reacts with sodium in presence of dry ether, it will give propane. Remove these two halogens. Br will be removed and connect this both. So CH3 CH2 is there. Connect this CH3 with it. So you will get CH3 CH2 CH3 means propane plus 2 NaBr will be removed. So these are two important reactions. Now some questions are there. Look at these questions. Question number first. Which alkyl halide from following pair would react rapidly by an SN2 mechanism? Again, SN2 mechanism is there. In SN2 mechanism, the reactivity order was 3 degree is least reactive, then 2 degree, then 1 degree. Means 1 degree halide compound is having highest reactivity. It will react rapidly compared to 3 degree. So first structure you can see here, CH3, CH2, 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 Br means it is 4 carbons are there. So it is bromobutane. And second structure you can see here, CH3, CH2, CH, Br, CH3. So it is 2-bromobutane. Now the first structure you can see here, halogen having carbon means this carbon. It is attached with only another carbon, this carbon. So it is 1 degree halide compound. And in this structure, this carbon, it is having halogen on it and it is attached with another 2 carbons here. So it is 2 degree. So according to this order, the highest reactivity is of 1 degree. Means first structure is having more reactivity. It will react rapidly than second structure. Similar to that, you can see here second question. This structure, it is 2-bromobutane. You can see 4 carbons are there and on second number bromine is attached. So it is 2-bromobutane. Now here, as we saw in previous question, it is 2 degree halide compound. The second structure it is here, it is 2-methyl 2-bromopropane. Total 3 carbons are there. You can see on 2 number a methyl group is there and bromine group is there. So 2-methyl 2-bromopropane. Now this carbon, observe this carbon. This carbon is attached with another 3 carbons and it is having halogen on it. So it is 3 degree halide compound. Now according to order, 2 degree halide compound is having more reactivity. So first structure reacts rapidly compared to second one. Now look at the third question. Here CH3, CH, CH3, CH2, CH2, Br means it is 4 carbons are there. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbons are there. So it is butane, bromobutane, bromine is there. So bromobutane, and on 3 number methyl group is there. So 3-methyl bromobutane. It is the name of the compound. In this structure you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons are there. On second number carbon methyl group is there. So name of this compound will be 2-methyl bromobutane. It is 3-methyl bromobutane. It is 2-methyl bromobutane. Now, if I draw the structure, this both structure, you can see it is the same structure. The first structure it is drawn. This carbon, it is having 2 hydrogens on it. A bromine is there, and this whole structure. Now, in second structure, similar way, I have drawn it here. You can see this methyl group is nearer to halogen in second structure. This methyl group is nearer to halogen compared to first one. So what will it do? It will create some steric hindrance, means resistance. It will create some steric hindrance, or you can say resistance in reaction. So this compound will react slightly slowly than the first one. Again, this methyl group is nearer to halogen, so it will create some resistance here. That's why the reactivity of second structure is low than first one. So first structure will react rapidly compared to second one. Now look at the second question. The question is like this. In following pair, which compound undergoes faster SN1 reaction? Now for SN1 reaction, the order was 3 degree reacts rapidly, then 2 degree, then 1 degree. Again, 3 degree will react rapidly here compared to others. Now look at the first question. The first question is here. You can see both halide compound are here. Draw the structures first. Here you can see this carbon is having another 3 carbons on it directly attached. So it is 3 degree halide. And in this structure you can see CH3, CH2, CH, Cl. So this carbon is attached with another 2 carbons. So it is 2 degree halide. According to this order, the 3 degree halide will react rapidly. According to this order, 3 degree halide will react rapidly. So first structure will react rapidly, then second one. Look at the second question. Here, this carbon is having halogen on it. So draw the structure first. CH3, CH2, 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 CH, Cl, CH3. This carbon is attached with another 2 carbon. So it is 2 degree halide. Now in this structure, you can see halogen is there. So this carbon is attached with only 1 carbon, another 1 carbon here. So it is 1 degree. So according to order, second degree halide compound will react rapidly. So first structure will react rapidly compared to second one. Now the third question is here. Complete the reaction. In that first question is there, a cyclic structure is there, on that a bromine is there. So it is bromocyclohexane. Cyclic structure is there, so cyclo, and 6 corners are here. So it is hexane. On that a bromine is there, so it is bromocyclohexane. When it reacts with magnesium in presence of dry ether, what will happen here? Magnesium will enter in compound in such way that it comes between carbon and bromine. So you can see a carbon is there, then magnesium, then bromine. Means magnesium is entering here between bromine and carbon. Then this is our compound A. You can see first answer we got. Then it reacts with H2O. Now what will happen? This H2O will break into H plus and OH minus ion. So H plus will enter with cyclohexane here. This MgBr will be removed. MgBr will be removed here, and instead of that H will come. So you can see here H is there, and OH minus will go with MgBr. So MgOH-Br is our byproduct. This is cyclohexane because none group is there, no other group is there, so it is cyclohexane. Now look at the second question. In that, a reaction is given to you. In that, starting material is unknown. R-X, that is our starting material. When it reacts in presence of sodium and ether, it gives this product. And we have to find out this starting material. Then a second reaction is given to you. This is our first reaction. A second reaction is given to you. In that, we have to find out the products. So first let's find out the starting material. You can see R-X, when reacts with sodium in presence of dry ether, it gives this product. So to derive the starting material, just break the product into two parts. Break it from here. Break it from the middle. So here make two parts of product. So you can see we'll get these two parts. Now this carbon is having 3 groups on it. This bond we have broken here. Now attach a halogen here. Attach bromine with it. So here I have written bromine. So this is our starting material. This is our starting material. Now we have to derive the product of second reaction. In second reaction, the starting material reacts with magnesium in presence of ether. So what will happen here? Magnesium will enter between carbon and halogen here. So you can see carbon and halogen is here. So it will enter between them. CMgBr. Now in second step, H2O is there. What will happen here? H2O will break into two ions, H plus and OH minus ion. Again, MgBr will be removed here. So MgBr is there. It will combine with OH minus ion. So MgOH-Br is there. And hydrogen will connect with alkyl group. So it is our product. What is the name of the product? You can see total 3 carbons are here in chain. So propane, on second number carbon a methyl group is there. So it is 2-methyl propane. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you.